Man, another night, man. Another night. YouTube, Relle and King, podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown episode. I don't know what episode we on, but
178.
It's the NBA. 178. It's the NBA podcast. We're glad y'all guys are here with us. We talk all things NBA related over here. You guys already know. There's always news, man, cropping up here in the NBA, man. Always, especially here in the offseason, with there being a lot of moves and certain things like that, rumors going around, possible signings, possible buyouts. We've been hearing a certain name possibly being bought out. So yeah, it's always something to talk about, man. We got stuff people got to pause on. We got some stuff I was told, different debates and all kind of stuff, man. So listen, you're in the right place. We definitely appreciate all y'all, the people who recently subscribed to the channel. Appreciate y'all too, man, as well. Shout out to the members of the channel, man, for helping keep the lights on. We appreciate all y'all, man. So if you're new to the channel, into NBA content, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday morning, y'all. We have these same conversations and others those 3 days of the week. So join us here. Also, too, if you guys could do us a favor, hit them likes. That'd be much appreciated as well. It does more for a channel than you know. And listen, if you got any questions, any comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up here on the show, simply add it to the comment section with the C and C in front of your question or your comment, so that way we know you're addressing us and not your fellow Glow Yard members. All right. And if any super chats come in first, we'll address those first. All right, King, you ready to get to
it? Yes, sir, bro. Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's do it. Got to get into some. I was told, man. This John Wall has some comments that it's not necessarily what he said. It's kind of leads to what we kind of talked about in the last show, man, with certain narratives and stuff like that. So we're gonna get to it, man. Let's get into a little bit of I was told.
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 So John Wall says him and Bradley Beal didn't have a great relationship. So this is what he said right here, King. Let's see what he said.
Same situation with me and Brad. Like everybody, me and Brad, we didn't have the best relationship off the court. We didn't hang out a lot. You know what I mean? But when we stepped between those four lines, we knew we competing. We want to win. But then you get to the point of, if you listen to the outside noise, everybody like, oh, they need to break that up. They don't like each other. I don't have to be best friends with you off the court. As long as I compete and do what I need to do between these four lines and feed my family and make sure this team got a chance to win every night, we're fine.
Shout out to Fanatics for sponsoring that. Yeah. But yeah, man. So I think this goes on along the lines of what kind of people were saying about the whole Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown situation. I think we talked about it before, where we had superstars back in the day, pairings that were affected by certain narratives and stuff like that people were kind of causing certain wedges between certain players and stuff like that, man. So he kind of gave his thoughts on it, where it's like, you don't necessarily be best friends and have sleepovers together and nothing, but as long as you work together on the court, everything should be fine, right? We've seen countless examples of that. But let me get your thoughts on this, man. What's your thoughts on what he said there?
Bro, John Wall is 100% correct. And John Wall is one of my favorite former players that actually calls the game now, and it's crazy because I had never thought John Wall would be this. Like, John Wall had kind of like a kind of reputation in the league of a way of just being a certain type of player, and then throwing up signs and all that type of stuff, my guy. But yeah, John Wall, man, just calls it like it is, 100%, bro. After he left the league, I guess. Him and Bradley Beal didn't have to be best friends. Like I'm not even always best friends with everybody I play with on the court. You feel me? I don't just play. You just go to the court and be like, just play with your friends all the time. I'm supposed out here to sit, pick up people and stuff like that. Hey, what's going on? You feel me? Like,
you got Knicks.
Yeah, you got Knicks. Exactly. Like you had to work your way into a. Can they trust you, pass you the ball and all that stuff, especially if it wasn't your team and all that. So it's the same thing, but with the sport, they're not friends. They don't always have to be friends. It's a job at the end of the day. Everybody at your job that you go to, no matter where you work, from McDonald's to a top 50, Forbes management or something like that. You don't have to be best friends with everybody. You go in there and punch in and do your hours. Do it to the best of your ability. If it involves cooperation, you go and cooperate to the best of your ability with your associates. And when you leave and punch out, you go handle your business as far as personal and all. Like it is what it is. It does add a difference, like to the job, makes the job, I guess, more fun in a way if you do have your friends there and all, because obviously you can be there, you can bounce things off each other that you can't really do with folks that aren't your friends. But at the same time, you don't have to be friends to get a job done. We've seen that done countless times. I mean, back to, I don't want to just keep saying Jordan, but I mean, Jordan and Steve Kerr and all were fighting and all. You feel me? Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They didn't really hang out and all that stuff. You don't know how to hang out. Shaq and Kobe. I don't know where that came from. That's more with the LeBron narrative as well, but that's not the way you have to win a championship. So I agree.
Yeah. So kind of go back on what the underlying conversation was. Like we used to have folks on the channel tell us, certain parents need to split up and all that. I kept telling folks, we would tell them like, no, you don't have to split them up, man.
Nope.
Yeah, like you don't have to split them up. Just put a better product around the guys, and because you see what those two guys can do, put better pieces around them, right? We was talking about, for example, Orlando with Paolo and Franz, right? Yeah, it's like, bro, they lack shooting. We were saying that for the last 2-3 years. Every long Paolo been in the league. Point guard, all that, right? Yeah, better center, because Wendell Carter is more like a backup center than a starting center, but he did prove himself a little bit during the playoffs. I'll give him that. But overall, there's certain things that their team needs, right? And so we talked about the same thing with Jason Tatum and them, man. Like, cause people kept trying to split them up. It's like, bro, put a better product around them. They did that, and what happened? They won a championship, right? They even got to the finals a couple years before that. So that's why I say, man, like when you see stuff like this, us growing up, we, like you said, we saw this type of stuff before, and then you see those players. I think you even said it on the last show. He's gonna a guy like Jason Tatum is gonna sit back and regret what he's doing here in the future, right? And we saw that with guys like Shaq and Kobe and Penny and all these guys, right? They said this themselves, like, Brent, if I had done things a little different, no telling what would have happened.
Right? More championships, yeah.
I had more championships. If I looked at things a little bit more maturely, we would have more championships or whatever the case is, bro. We've seen it so many times, which is why it's like people, like, you have all these players. Now the players for sure nowadays know how much narratives are forcing certain outcomes and stuff like that for their careers or whatever, right? So if you're hearing these kind of narratives being thrown out there, you should be able to combat that and say, man, listen, I'm not going to listen to that. We got a good thing going right now. I'm going to stick to what's working for us right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, understand at the end of the day, you're going to still get your credit, right? Don't let them folks sit there and tell you, like, man, hey, this guy going to get that one inkling of credit more than you. So because of that, what you done don't matter. Like, no, at the end of the day, they're going to say such and such, champion, all-star, whatever the case is, right? They can't erase that from your resume. But a lot of people don't understand that, man. And so, like I said, there's a lot of selfishness in there. We talked about it before, where you have to kind of everybody in the league, bro, has gotten there in some type of way, right? As far as like you the best player in your college, your high school, your town, your state, or whatever the case is, right? And a lot of people just can't put that type of stuff aside. This whole time I've been playing basketball, folks been telling me I'm the greatest, I'm the best, I'm this and that and this. But those same other guys on your team, folks will tell them that same thing. And so a lot of people don't understand that, man. It's a lot of things that you have to do. You have to put a part of your ego to the side for the greater good of the team. You know what I'm saying? And so I always use one of the examples, man. I remember when PJ Tucker coming out of college, bro, Texas was one of the best players in the nation out of Texas. And he had to say it himself. He said, man, when he got to the league, he figured I'm going to still do the same things I was doing at Texas. And if for people now who know who PJ Tucker is, wouldn't even recognize PJ Tucker back in the day. Would not I know who PJ Tucker was when he was in college. One of my favorite teams was Texas, right? And so when I seen him go to the league and I see how he changed his game up, I'm like, why he doing that for? But then understanding, yeah, exactly, right? Longevity to win, all that type of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put that ego to the side. You gotta fit a certain role in the league, man. But not necessarily for everybody, but just the point is just putting certain egos to the side. But a lot of folks don't understand that, man. And I'm saying because too, it's like a lot of money and stuff like that at stake or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we saw how the ownership in Boston picked one guy over the other. I understand that type of stuff, man. But for the greater good of the team, man, a lot of them guys got to put their egos to the side, man. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, go back and watch the sit down with the Shaq and Kobe, right? Or Shaq and Penny or whatever the case is, right? Like those guys will tell you straight up, like, man, look, if I'd have done things differently, if I'd have put my ego to the side, no telling what we could have accomplished. So,
what do you feel like is the hardest thing to do in basketball?
What you mean?
Just in general, what do you feel like is the hardest thing to do in this game? If you were a player, what's the hardest thing to do or achieve?
Just winning, pretty much.
Just winning a championship. That's what I said. Winning a championship is the hardest thing to do in basketball. If that's the case, bro, if you're a player, if that's the hardest thing to do, and you got it easy to start off with, like, I wish more younger folks, like we say all the time, they never had a job before. Most of these folks are players and all, so they don't understand that. So
and
it's like,
now they're
damn,
coming into the league as millionaires.
Yeah, it's like
already
damn,
millionaires.
Like, bro, like if you just go and you win right now, that other stuff is easier. Like as far as going and get numbers and all, once you're done, if you can start your career off as a 3-time champ and then just have like seasons to just put up numbers and all, you know how much easier your career will be. Then if you got to start off as, by yourself, not winning championships and do this, like, you got to think, man. A lot of folks always think, I know what to write now and trying to do this. And everybody always thinks they have 20 years to win a championship. You feel me? Like, they go, 20 years, I'm going to be able to compete for all 20 years and all that stuff. And that ain't how that works, bro. Like, you'll stay in the first round all 20 years. Shout out to T-Mac. You feel me? Like, and it's a difficult game.
I think it's not just for basketball. I think that's just in life in general.
Just in general, yeah.
We were young, bro. We thought we was invincible, bro.
Yeah.
Like I told my wife, I said, man, when I was young, I used to be able to jump off of high, areas or whatever, land with no issues. Man, I gotta make sure I climb down stuff now and make sure my feet touching the ground before
my
all that type of stuff,
Achilles, bro.
Bro, you wake up, your hip hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is, bro. So. Yeah, you know how it is, bro. When you're young, you think you're invincible, bro. That's just how it is, man. Yeah. And like I said, bro, I hope things work out for these players, man. I really do, because you hate to see them go on one of them sit downs with each other, saying, "Man, we just did things differently." When you could do it right now, just from learning from other players who've been through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So
stuff don't change. You're special players, bro. It's maturation for a reason. There are special players that can be mature at the beginning of their career, that's ahead of their time. And then, but most players, though, I mean, it is what it is. You go in there to make your name first, then you make your legacy second. A lot of people think. Really, it should be the opposite way around. If you're smart about it, shout out to guys like Tim Duncan and all. Go make your legacy first. You feel me? Then your name will be etched in stone forever. So that's how I feel like.
For guys like Tim Duncan, it's rare to have a guy like a Tim Duncan or like a Dirk and all those type of guys, right? Or like egoless, you know what I'm saying? Like
and selfless as well.
Yeah, selfish. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like you said, there are players that will do it. I just wish it was more. If everybody can just get an understanding, man, it would be better for the game as a whole. The game is better when you got talent like that. Coming to the top or whatever, right? When it comes to winning championships and being that great team or whatever. So, hey, and plus, that's how, like you said, that's how legacies are born. You know what I mean? You could be you could be in an echelon of those great teams or those great duos of all time that people don't talk about in the history books and stuff. So, but yeah, man, I heard that from John Wall. Man, it's funny you said that about John Wall too. I think we talked about it. I 100% agree with you, bro. I never thought John Wall had this kind of mind.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he had that type of mind because he was number one pick, but not this type of mind as far as explanation.
Like, and it was crazy because, like you said, we kind of had this idea of John Wall or whatever, this perception of John Wall, and it's like he's showing me, man, that whatever he's went through in the league, he's built maturity off of that.
Yeah,
and all he's trying to do is really educate people and teach the young people or whatever, right? I don't know if you saw that video he had. but he sat down with like the 3 young guys and Trae Young from Washington, and just kind of like giving them information, all that type of stuff. And I was just like, man, I never would have thought John Wall be that guy, right?
Yeah, I think you understand what he got to get back to the game, bro. John Wall, another what if story in a way. John Wall should be a Hall of Famer based off his career and all what you saw him go through. You'd be like, damn, John Wall, when he was in his prime, you thought John Wall was going to be a Hall of Famer, and you know the Achilles injury and all happened, stuff at home and all. Geez, bro, like he probably thinks it probably bothers him in a way, and he had to come to peace with it. And like it's maturation, bro. It's just you hope a lot of people just able to get there before they do at times, and it's not too late. But it's just maturation, man. Like you got to mature, and a lot of these brothers don't have. You got agents and all this. Worry about money too. You go make money. I make money. You feel me? Ain't about you should stay here and all that stuff. That's the best situation for you and all.
Just because.
Yeah, like they like, nah, you want to make more money, so I can go make that cut off top or whatever like that. So and need more people in their ears, bro, to say like I always say, I think Mike the best player of all time, but I think Shaq and Kobe the best duo of all time. If Shaq and Kobe would have stayed together, bro, if they could have just made it, they had enough of an age, you feel me, like gap where it was like, bro, you gonna have your time.
Yeah, I 100% agree, bro. I 100% agree. Jeez. What could have been, man? They just put egos to the side, and like I said, both of them have talked about it on separate occasions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How they kind of messed that up or whatever. So don't be like that. Don't be a man. I should have. You know what I mean? And try to get it right now, man.
And that's why I feel like Tatum going to be.
Yeah, and that's why I brought this quote from John Wall, man. Because I was like, damn, we were just talking about this. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So people, I know like people always think like, oh, you got to be the bestest of friends of all time, and like I said, sleeping over each other's houses and your wives' best friends, kids go to school together. You got to do all that, man. You got to do all that.
Use another example. Shout out to who was just on the show? Was it last on the show? Was it Sleep Sixers last?
No, it was
no. Shout out to Mike.
Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike and all that was on the show, and he asked me about how we start doing the show and all, and I was like, man, me and bro never met each other a day in our life, but we built this type of relationship and all that stuff based off of us wanting to accomplish something together. You know, doing this and all. Like, bro, you don't have to be starting off as the best of friends to have a common goal to want to do something. Like that's how you become friends and all, finding common goals and all that type of stuff. So yeah, man, like nah, this is real life stuff. We understand how this goes. You don't gotta be buddy to do a job.
Exactly. All right, King, what was that brought to you by?
Shout out to our guys over at Fanatics, bro.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Yes, sir. All right, King, let's get into a little bit of a recap of what's been going on around the league. So check it out, King. This is pretty interesting, man. I know we've been talking about all these moves these teams have made this offseason. So we got 5 of the most under the radar signings of the summer, man. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, man. Let's start with this one here. Yeah, boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. When he's in reserve, Tim Hardaway Jr. is often a candidate for the NBA Sixth Man of the Year. He finished 5th in 2020-21, 9th in 23-24, and 3rd last season when he averaged 13.5 on 44.7% shooting and 40.7 on 3-point shooting. Knowing what the Heat gave up to acquire Giannis, they needed another scorer and got one in Hardaway. What's your thoughts on that, King?
Let's kind of piggyback on that word we just used earlier, bro. Maturation. Mm-hmm. We actually watched this guy mature, going around and saying last year, with the Nuggets and all that was a big pickup before they even got him. Saying if he goes over there, leaving the Dallas Mavericks, knowing that, things didn't work out right, and playing his game to the best of his abilities, just playing in a role, not trying to show off and all that. He'll be able to do what he does. And last year, he shot like 45% you saw from the field, which is awesome. But Tim Hardaway Jr., what, 40% from three, having to get you 14 a game damn near, like, that's Tim Hardaway Jr. type numbers. That's what Tim Hardaway Jr. can do for you. And if the Heat get that, getting that 40% shooting beside a Giannis and all that, I can see it scoring at you, taking a tick up or whatever, going to tick up or whatever, getting like 15 or maybe above again if he can stay around that 40%, 45. Like, this is just maturation of his game, bro. He becoming a senior in the game. And this is the next step for Tim Hardaway before he, leaves out the league. He's trying to get that championship now. Shout out to him for getting his dad's number, and hopefully he can show off with his dad's number.
So this is the thing with the whole Tim Hardaway Jr. thing. It's always been where he was at in the pecking order.
Yep.
Where he's been on the last few teams that he's been after he left Dallas, that's where he should have been, right, in the pecking order, which is why he's been effective. When you're not putting a lot on his plate and asking him to do a lot, that's when he's as effective as he's supposed to be, right? So when now that he's on against the Miami, I need to look at Miami's team again, bro. But this move for Miami, because I think you talked about it, they don't have any shooters. No. They're gonna definitely need some shooting around Bam and around Giannis. Both are not the greatest shooters, right? So they're gonna definitely need some shooting. Tim Hardaway is definitely a gunner. I don't think he's gonna end up starting. He's gonna probably end up coming off the bench as well. So just adding him, we're hearing rumors of Klay Thompson possibly going over there.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be two guys that can definitely help stretch the floor, and two guys who are pretty effective in the 3-point shot when they got guys who can, command a lot of attention or whatever off of them and just get them open shots. So, people say,
no, and I'm just gonna say that's a good look. Especially that's crazy to say now, to be thinking being Mavs fans or former Mavs fans or whatever, like they might get Tim Hardaway Jr. and Klay Thompson. That's actually a good look for Miami now.
And like I said, when he ain't asked to be the second option or the third option or nothing,
just make your shots, bro. Catch and shoot. Yeah. Catch and shoot, bro. We don't need you dribbling the ball.
Bona fide role player now.
Yes.
Just do that one thing. Now it's not to the point we need you to do other things. We ask you to do this one thing, and you should be good to go. You know what I'm saying?
You find out what player strengths and weaknesses are. We found out at his peak, Tim Hardaway Jr. can be a good 3-point shooter. He has the shot and all that stuff. He can shoot 40% at what volume? Go do what you're good at, bro. We need you to do the thing you're good at. That's all we need you to do.
Facts, bro. Let's see what we got for next, man. So check it out, King. Undrafted Luke Kennard and Colin Gillespie. This says undrafted Gillespie and had a breakout third NBA season in 80 games for the Suns in 2025-26. Gillespie posted career highs in scoring at 12.7, assists at 4.6, rebounds at 4.1, steals at 1.2, and minutes at 28.5. He shot 41.8 overall and 40.1 on three-pointers. The Suns brought him back on a 4-year deal and added 3 more points, 3-point shooting with Kennard at 47.8 on threes last season on a cheap 2-year, $13 million contract. King.
I ain't know Gillespie all around game was like that.
Breakout year.
Yeah, like damn, he almost averaged 5 and 5 on the side. I'm like, all right, bro. But no, that's a good look, especially pairing him with oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Looking at his all around numbers, that's Gillespie. That's something there as far as all around ability. Like not
now you see why I was saying, man, I'm gonna keep an eye out on Phoenix.
Yeah, on the Suns and all that stuff. I knew he did his uptick in like scoring and all. I got to like 13. But like I said, I didn't know he almost had 5 and 5. That's awesome. In 28 minutes or whatever, like you get more of a job and all. That's when you look at like per 36. You feel me? That's when it's like, oh, he's not doing it. What do you do for per 36? You give him more time and all. He do that. Get his overall up and all. You know, he's gonna shoot more than threes if that happens. But yeah, bro, like. Everybody got to do their job on Phoenix again. Do your job, find your shooters. Don't force anything. Don't try to be crazy. Don't try to Devin Booker. Don't try to be above and beyond and try to show off against people no more. It's not your job anymore. Like you already established now in the league, you're Devin Booker. If you want to try to win now, try to win. What's your team? It's about people being mature, bro. That's what this whole offseason about so far. But it's another good pickup.
I agree. All right, man. Let's see what we got up here next, man. Shout out to our guy John Collins. It says solid veteran who flirted with the All-Star status while with the Hawks and the Jazz, even though his scoring average dropped to 13.6 with the Clippers last season. Collins shot 55.2 overall, and check this out, King, 40.6 from three. He gave the Pistons an efficient scorer, a finisher in the paint, and a solid rebounder and capable defender. These are all facts. This is why I want to see him alongside what's the boy name? Jalen Duren. This is what I want to see.
Duren might be going somewhere for the low on the low.
No, don't say that, bro. I want him to go back to the Pistons.
I want him to go back as well, but
they need him,
bro, he go there. I told you they legit. They're part of the big three in the East for me. For me, they my big three if Jalen Duren go back. But if he don't go back either way, this is good. This is a baby Blake Griffin type move from before and all. Like John Collins has been again started his career in the wrong role. Probably he had skill. You saw he could do a whole bunch of things once you actually get him in his role. Seeing as he can do stuff efficiently and all that type of stuff, like he can go and help a team. And I think it's gonna be a huge step up for the they could have used him this year. They would have loved having John Collins on the team with them on this playoff run. Like they're stepping up, and they're not really getting a bunch of like ridiculous ball handlers, but they're getting skilled guys beside, kind of like what we said with Luka before with back with Dallas. Just get guys that can actually finish a play. Like John Collins, and the guy you want the 3-point line, just cooking dudes and all. But if he gets a 1-on-1 and they double, you feel me? What's his name? Cade Cunningham. He swings the ball to him. John Collins can go finish the play or whatever in a 1-on-1 situation with stuff going on. So. Yeah, bro, I like this move a lot. This is awesome, especially if they get Jalen Duren back. That's a good 1-2 pickup, a 1-2 punch at the center power forward position.
This adds athleticism for them too in the front court. It's a lob threat now. I know you was talking about the some of the passes that Jalen Duren was getting was more like let me dish it to you in the paint, and then he kind of just finishes around the rim on his own. But this one, K will actually have a lob threat. So when you do the pick and roll game, we got a guy you can lob it to that can roll to the rim, while also being able to pop outside too. So yeah, this adds a bigger player too in the front court that can do a little bit more too. He's bigger than what's the guy name he just lost? I'm tripping. Tobias Harris.
Oh, Tobias Harris. Yeah, you doing that?
Yeah.
I didn't think he's bigger than Beef Stew. They
about the same. They about the same height.
I think about the same height, but I think Stu like. Got a little more. Girth, yeah. Pause. But as far as I'll ask you a crazy question. Can John Collins be better than Jalen Duren?
Jalen Duren's still 22.
I hear you. I know that. But I'm just saying, based off of what you've seen and all, and you said about a lob threat and all that stuff in the system. We just talking about systems. If they had to lose Jalen Duren and they got John Collins instead. Would that really
Yes.
You think it would really hurt them?
Yes. This is why I've been saying this whole offseason. They got to get Jalen Duren back. Like, I like the pickup. I do. But this will really put them over top. Like you saying, top 3 and all that. This will really put them up there like that if it just add Jalen Duren to what he can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I'm agreeing with that. I'm just saying, would they be I'm just asking you, would they be worse? Do you feel like they would be worse if they switched out?
I think they'd be a little bit worse. Because who's gonna be the starting center? Paul Reed, but
Jalen Duren. So, I guess you feel like Jalen Duren just a bona fide center, though. He just
for what they need. He is.
Got you. Okay. So if he had Beef Stew beside him, John Collins, you wouldn't be like say it was before the last year or whatever like that. He wouldn't have been like, oh man.
So Beef Stew and Collins.
Yeah, instead of Beef Stew and Duren is what I'm saying. You don't think John Collins? What do you feel like they would be missing if they had John Collins instead of Jalen Duren last year?
Just creators, guys who can get their own buckets.
So you feel like Jalen Duren a better creator than?
Oh no! I thought you saying if they had Jalen.
I'm saying if instead of Jalen Duren you switched out John Collins last year with the same team.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What does Jalen Duren do that you like John Collins can't do?
He's a better post defender than John Collins.
He is.
And that's why I'm saying, because remember, his presence in the paint actually helped him on the defensive end.
It does.
Yeah.
But he was getting in the playoffs.
Like John Collins can playoffs are different. I understand that part. But that's what I'm saying, like with the playoffs too, that I think that would take a lot off of his plate with a guy like a John Collins in the front court.
I agree.
To be honest with you, there's nobody else in the front court on Detroit that's really taking pressure off of Jalen Duren like that, which is why we were sitting there saying, Jalen, listen, bro, you got me 20 in the regular season, bro. You got to give me something. Yeah. You got to give me something in the playoffs or whatever, right? And so that's why I'm saying, like, with a guy like Collins who can score, you know what I'm saying, at that position, I think that'll take a little bit more pressure off of Duren to where he can do kind of a little bit more of the dirty work a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though he'll be making $850 million for 1 year. This
basically was supposed to be an upgrade for Beef Stew. They weren't supposed to touch John Collins. It's supposed to be Beef Stew's upgrade where you get more offense and all that stuff, and then put that beside Jalen Duren and all that.
Because listen, I was sitting there because think about it, it's a little bit redundant with Beef Stew and Collins. I mean, not Collins.
And Duren.
Jalen Duren. Yeah. So when they got rid of Beef Stew, I was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? Like, what they finna do here? Like, you Beef Stew was one of the catalysts of defense or whatever, right? He was in a conversation too at one point before he got hurt. You know, kind of being one of those top defensive players in the conversation, the defensive player of the year and all that stuff.
But love him over there in Detroit.
You know what I'm saying? And so when they got rid of him, and we heard he got Collins, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, it sounded to me the brass thinks that their defense is good enough. They just got to start sprinkling in some offensive guys. You know, we said that, and we said that, right? So it's like, you know, I think it's kind of what they're doing, which is why I was saying I think listen. Sign me up if they had Jalen Duren and Collins starting in the front court, bro. Especially with Cade, what Cade can do for them. You know what I'm saying? About getting guys involved and all that stuff. I think that'll be nice.
Gotta be mature, bro. He gonna so this my only thing with it's a situation where he thought he had the cards, right? But he may not have the cards, and he may have to play on a contract that's not the best contract, right? He gonna have to show off and not pout. You feel me? It can't be one of those.
So with Jalen Duren, bro, he hurt himself with how he played in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, if because he was straight up in the playoffs. He was number 1 seed, but he hurt himself in the playoffs. I know right now he's trying to bank on the fact that look what I did during regular season. It's like, but for us to pay you that kind of but for us to pay you that kind of money, bro, we need to have that type of production in the playoffs when it counts. You know what I'm saying? We need you, not just in the regular season. So that's what's hurting him right now. You know,
you need a 1+1
playoffs. He's saying regular season. Look what I did in the regular season or whatever. So
he need a 1+1, but the thing is that you don't like a couple of reasons you don't want to play with that. One, you young, you never know what can happen, and two, you a big man. Pause. You never know what can happen. So you like, I want to get my years right away, but he really right now need a 1-1 for the low, so he can get out after this year. He need to prove it to me contract. That's what he need, where he can go get one more year and then be a unrestricted free agent, and then be able to go ahead and go out there and get a contract that he really want or whatever if he shows off. Like, but he gotta be mature about it. He gotta be mature. He got to go back to Detroit and try to help them win it. If he got Detroit win the championship, bro, you get a contract no matter what. If Detroit win the championship next year and you a starting center for the team, you got any money you want.
Well, I was gonna say, I hope while we saying all this, you actually out here working on your game and not just sitting there waiting on them to, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked about, we had that conversation before. Like you got to be able to be relied on, which is why another reason why I think they went and got a John Collins to be able to score in the front court. Yeah. So, but we'll see.
He got to take a big step. Jalen Duren got to take a big step. It's crazy to say. Like, dude just made the All-NBA team and all that, and you be like, damn, this dude here and all. He still got to take. He need one more. Like, it's something else you got to put in this game. He got to add this, and it's this season. It's a major offseason for him. Like, he got to go into the offseason hungry, mad, and show off something that he's been working on and say, this is my new something now that I do now, because he needs something. It gotta next year he has to show people he's improved. That's what I'm saying. Like next year, it gotta show he not just I'm doing these same numbers, not just I'm catching the ball and doing layups with Cade. It has to be something where you look at him and say, Jalen Duren is doing this now. He's done something different, and I don't know if he's out working like that, ready to show that off. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do.
I do too.
So check this out, King. We got Kelly Oubre. Said the Pacers added experience and versatile wing in Kelly Oubre alongside Halliburton, Pascal, and Zubac, which this is a great pickup for them. Solid depth. Oubre averaged 14.15 rebounds and 1.4 steals per game while shooting 46.7% overall, 36 on threes for Philly last season. He goes to the Pacers on a reported 2-year, $16.5 million contract, which is great contract value for what he can provide. That's facts.
Yeah.
Facts. This is a great pickup for them. This is another one of those around the margin type moves, King. You know, I've been talking about this whole time. That's a great pickup, and for the value that he brings, bro, for how much he's getting paid. That's it right there.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing Indiana this year, especially with Tyrese coming back, missing the whole year. That should be fun.
What you expect from Tyrese?
I expect the top 6 seed.
Like for him individually, what are you expecting? Like, are you like, hey, I'm gonna give him like 20 games,
18 and 10, 18 and 10,
18 and 10?
Yeah, I'm running that 20 and 10 run. He's I mean, he can do what he do. I mean, he don't really need athleticism or nothing like that. Like he more on vision.
But you know, he kind of
crafty and all that stuff. Yeah, he herky jerky.
Crafty.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't really need. He more of like just moving. You feel me? Like weird movements and all. He don't got to be extra fast and all that stuff. The basketball, I don't feel like. I think he fits more into that vein with like a CP3 and a Magic Johnson and all that stuff, where he get you that 20 around that number and then get you 10 assists. Like he one of the best point guards. He one of the best passes in the NBA. It is what it is. Like I'm not gonna play around with it. We've seen it enough now. You feel me? Like the dude is what he is. But that's what I expect from him. I want to see what they do. Kelly Oubre pickup though. To me, Kelly Oubre is crazy. He like the Michael Jordan of what's his name? It's the left-handed guy. I can't think of his name right now. The guy with Michael Beasley. Jesus, the Michael Jordan of Michael Beasley's. That's what Kelly Oubre is, bro. Like this dude, I thought another guy, maturation over time, man. He was a guy where you thought he couldn't help you impact winning and all that type of stuff, and then over time,
maturity,
moving in teams and all that stuff. Understand, bro, I got to do what I can do to help the teams win. I'm talented, I'm skilled. Maybe I'm not the guy that's a superstar that can do everything for the team, but I'm skilled enough at everything that I can help out teams if I just fall back and be a guy that can assist instead of being the main guy and all that stuff. So Kelly Oubre's done his thing. It's a good pickup for Indiana, gives him size and all that stuff as well, because Indiana likes being a long, rangy team as well. Especially, like I said, when Tyrese comes back, he's 6'6" point guard himself. So I'm interested in seeing what they're going to do, bro. That's a good pickup as well. All his moves good.
Yeah, I'm ready to see all of it kind of come together too with the addition of Zubac that they got last year during the trade deadline. So
yeah,
that's gonna be pretty interesting, man.
You think no Miles Turner gonna hurt him? You know it didn't affect him last year because
no. Well, because he got Zubac now.
I mean, but Zubac don't do what Miles Turner do though.
Well, no, he don't. But you know what he can do that Miles Turner don't do.
Oh, I know. I'm just based off of the way Tyrese Halliburton play is all I'm saying. Like shooting, finding the big man, like kind of like a Luka and all that stuff. Where you like go stand out in the 3-point line. It helps me out at times. Like you can pop. Do you think having that pop and big man?
I think it's something that they're gonna adapt to because they adjust to. Yeah, because of the fact that they might do a little bit more picking and rolling or. Not necessarily picking and popping to the 3, but you can pick and pop it to that little pocket pass right there for the little push shot around the rim because he'll give you a whole lot more efficient buckets, I should say.
Inside the 3-point
Turner.
Inside the 3-point line, Zubac way better than Miles Turner.
Yes, like I would love to have Zubac on my team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we talked about it before, so that was a good pickup for them. But yeah, with Kelly Oubre too, that's another wing that can help out on the perimeter. Can play a little bit can guard a little bit too in the paint. Like I said, versatile. You know what I'm saying? Can go and get his own buckets, can score, you know what I'm saying? Get you 14 to 15 points. Great pickup for Indiana, man. Great pickup. That might be a team I might probably keep my eye on, man. See how things go over there. All right, man. Last but not least, King, see what we got up here, man. Check this out. Anthony Simons and Dean Wade. Of course, the trade for Jaylen Brown was the splash move of the 76ers offseason. But signing Dean Wade and Anthony Simons in free agency adds depth to one of the league's best starting lineups. Simmons, a 2-time 20-point scorer and averaging 14.3 points and shot 44 overall, 38.5 on three-point shooting, and 89.6 on free throws last season. The 6'9" Wade can stretch the floor, rebound, move the basketball, and provide versatile defense. So yeah, that's yes. I 1,000,000% agree with that.
Yep, there you go. Yes.
Yep.
That's Philly got a super team
before.
Philly got a super team.
No.
It's a super team. It's not based off of LeBron James, and we passed that. It's not like the LeBron James super team. So
even before they had him.
Yeah, before they had Braun, if you to take Braun off this team and the rest of the guys, this is a super team. You feel what I'm saying? So Braun just playing with the best team of his career. just to sprinkle him on top to be like, damn, they one of the favorites to win the championship. But this, even their bench, bro, they talking about getting more players and all that stuff. They getting the players where you like, damn, they nice, and they taking less money to come play on the team and all that type of.
Why is nobody talking about the KCP signing? That's another solid one, bro. So do you think they're gonna get Drew Holiday?
I kind of do. That's crazy part about it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I do too, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's gonna be too much. But they got guys that can control egos on the team, though, like with Drew Holiday and LeBron and them type of guys. So it might, but it's a KCP. Lot of guys on this team, though, bro.
Those guys those are like plug guys. Plug them in, man. They just, whatever you need me to do. Whatever you need me to do, bro. Listen. Let's just say they do get Drew Gooden, bro. I said Drew Gooden. Dang. Drew Holiday. They get Drew Holiday, KCP. You'll have Jaylen Brown, and it was somebody else they have, like a Dean Wade, and then of course Embiid. That's a nice little defensive lineup, bro.
Bro, they not only like, you know how most super teams and all serious on the starting lineup, and you like, all right, they got the starting lineup with the rest of your team. They might be the deepest team in the league. They getting to that point. Like they getting to the point where you can make starting lineups, like you just said, throwing guys from their team, like saying, bro, that's a good starting lineup right there. Like you added Dean Wade, and you can add Anthony Simons, you can add Drew Holiday or whatever. Like that's a starting lineup that competes in the league. They're getting to that point.
Think about this too. When LeBron signed there, that moved Dean Wade down to the bench. He was gonna start, right? Move him down to the bench. That makes your bench deep now. Now they're building depth on their bench right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about getting like a Drew Holiday and all that type. Man, listen, bro,
their bench.
And we talking about these guys like a Drew Holiday and a KCP. They can guard multiple positions on the perimeter, right? The point guard, the shooting guard, and the small forward in some cases, right? So it's just like, bro, like. Bro, you know what, King? It's funny you bringing this up. I cannot wait for the season to start, bro. I'm just curious to see how these teams are going to be put together, man.
I'm at a point now. They're getting to the point. I'm telling you, Philadelphia might be my favorite. I'm complete. Just I know that we still can benefit us of the doubt. That's how it usually works with the, when you're covering basketball and all that stuff. But Philadelphia might go win this chip. Like they getting to that point with this team. I'm like, bro, they found a way to get a team together where they got to get their egos together and go win this damn chip. Like they got enough talent, enough guys to win the thing.
They got to get the egos and shit.
Yeah, because this team too good. Like it's becoming a super team. It's becoming, if they get the missing pieces, your bench, like you said, Paul Reed, Dean Wade.
No, Paul Reed.
I'm sorry, Detroit. That's why he going there.
Bonner.
Yep. What's his name? Dean Wade. It's not bad. Let me finish the rest. Dean Wade, KCP, Anthony Simons, and then Drew Holiday.
If they end up getting him.
Getting him, bro.
What's the center name from New York they just picked up? I'm blanking.
The backup dude, not what's the name? It wasn't.
Why am I blanking?
Mitchell Robinson. What's your boy name? You always usually saying his name and all that stuff. Give me a second. I'll tell you. I pulled the depth chart right now.
Yeah. Because I was listening to shout out to Eat Sleep 6. So I was listening to them the other day, and they was talking about their expectation going into the season and all that stuff, and they were saying they kind of want him to start over Bonner or whatever, which, listen, they know a little bit more about Bonner than I do. But I just, at the games that I was watching that he played, he played pretty solid. Like, he just, hey, we asked you to do this one thing. We not asked you to be Embiid and nothing like that. And with him being in there, they kind of helped those guys like a VJ kind of step up to another level as far as pecking order and all that stuff. Maxey being the number one option, all that stuff. Paul George finally taking that role and stepping into that third option or whatever, right? It kind of moved everybody up in the pecking order.
You talking about Porty, right?
Yes. So he might be the backup center, depending on how things go between. It's like a coin flip right now with him and Bonner. So,
like you said, I'd have went with Bonner, but you know how people is with their teams. I can't be mad. You be seeing something outside and be like,
they know a little bit more than I do. I'm just saying from the games I saw. Like I said, I'm not saying he was like, oh my God, who is this guy? Nothing. He's like, he's a solid, energy guy. You know what I'm saying?
Embiid saying he's healthy. I still think it's all come down to Joel Embiid. It's crazy to say it's all Joel Embiid. And again, him being healthy, he said he's healthy right now. He talked to Braun and them, and supposedly he'll never be healthy again. I think that's bull. Like we've seen enough of Joel Embiid. I don't think he'll ever be healthy. Bro, you got to be able to keep your body where you stay like 70%, bro. That's it. Like you just have to stay at a certain percentage,
You
not
don't-
overexert yourself. Like,
Yes, you don't
just
have to
stay-
carry. You don't have
so
to
that you can
carry.
always be around. Your job is to finish the season. If Joel Embiid can finish this season, Philadelphia should be champions.
Facts.
That's how I feel. That's literally
I
how I
agree.
feel. If he can finish the season, Philadelphia should win the championship.
I agree. All right, King. We can turn the page here now, man. We can look at this right here. So this is which players will have the biggest impact on their new team. So we got Jaylen Brown, Ja Morant, Kawhi Leonard, LaMelo Ball, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm gonna give you a crazy answer. An answer I think people are not gonna expect me to say. I'm gonna go Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant about to remind people. And I think Portland about to be a playoff team. Not a play-in, playoff team. Especially with Penny and all of them.
I was gonna say I heard some comments from Ja. It sounds like he's motivated. He's ready to prove everybody wrong about kind of the perception of who he was or who he is or whatever since leaving Memphis. So yeah, I could see it, bro.
Like everybody else, I think gonna be the same or maybe a little bit less because in a different role. I think Ja about to go back to Ja Morant.
Now the question I have for you is not for Jaylen Brown. It ain't for Ja. It ain't for Melo. It ain't for Giannis. Is Kawhi actually going to go to the Raptors? Because I know you heard the news. They might not be done with that investigation till 27.
Yeah, if the investigation not over, man. Kawhi, I've already told you. I think Kawhi might retire, bro. We might be getting towards that point.
Like
so, saying a dude that can skip seasons. You feel me? Like Kawhi old. Every year is like damn near 7 years. It's like dog years. You feel me? Like with Kawhi Leonard. So
yeah, I'm wondering how this is gonna go because Brandon
Ingram
them.
It's about to get ugly for the Raptors. They did something not the best if this happened. That's why you had to wait. That's why I was saying the other day. This might shouldn't have made that move, bro, until you knew it was you said you was gonna accept it and then you reneged.
So the thing is he will he be able to play for the Clippers during all this? Like, how does this work?
I think technically yes, he would be able to, but I don't think the Clippers would want him to because they want to trade him. They already told you feel me, like everything is already said, so you don't want to like.
So what about Brandon Ingram though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff about to get weird.
That's why I really thought. I think we said on the show probably about a week or two ago. We was like, oh, they gonna definitely have this done by next week or whatever. At that time, like next week or whatever, because like, bro, you can't have these dudes just sitting out here because. Like you said, it's gonna be real awkward. Hey, I know I traded you, but can you come in here and drop 20 for us or whatever?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And then it also changes the dynamic of the team. Remember we had a conversation about 1A and 1B and all that stuff last year?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ingram not above Scotty Barnes. That's
right.
You feel me? Like there's nah, bro. You not above me. You just traded your ass away. Wish you would come back to this team thinking that, nah.
So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know how that's gonna work.
They're gonna trade here. The Raptors will have but the thing is that they need to hurry up and get it done, and the Raptors really need to say we out. You feel me on the Kawhi, which I don't know that they want to do that because they told their fan base now that they try and get Kawhi back. So they need to say they out on Kawhi and trade Brandon Ingram somewhere else.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I thought they would have already had this investigation already kind of wrapped up, but I guess not, bro. I guess not. Well. Yeah, so those are the 5 players that a lot of people are expecting to have the biggest impact on the team. Like if Kawhi does play for the Raptors, he will have a huge impact. It's just is he gonna play for the Raptors? That's the question. But yeah, man. But all right, King, let's go ahead and turn the page here, man. Somebody got to pause, man. And you already know this guy. We didn't have so many videos. This guy is getting ridiculous, bro. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start calling this segment after him, but yeah, somebody got to pause, bro. Well, Well, King, let's see what your boy Draymond had to say.
Edgecombe, you now got to guard the number one best guard. Like every night, that's your responsibility. So, that's going to require some sacrifice. That's going to require some buy-in from a young fella. Young fella had a great rookie year. He coming back into his second year thinking like, yo, this is my chance to take that jump. He kind of the fifth option. I think when you look at the biggest losers in this situation, it's arguably VJ Edgecombe. If I'm VJ Edgecombe's agent, I'm not sure I'm happy with the summer that the 76ers have had. If I'm just VJ Edgecombe's agent, because this could affect a lot for VJ Edgecombe. Like, you go from being sometimes the second option when Embiid was out to sometimes being the fifth option. It's a big, big, big difference. I don't know if y'all understand like how big of a difference that is. So I think the person who's going to have to figure the most out is VJ Edgecombe. He's still aspiring. He still want to be great. He still want to be an all-star. This ain't really set up for him to do that. So he's going to have some figuring out to do. And I think this team is going to have some figuring out to do. It's not just like, all right, everything's good as go. No, you got to make some stuff work. You got to move some stuff around. You're going to have to figure some stuff out. You're going to have to put a good system into place. So, love the moves. Love the roster. Sometimes so much talent and so many pieces can be a problem. You have to figure it all out. But needless to say, I don't think it's that much talent, but they do have some figuring out to do. I think they definitely got some figuring out to do. We'll see.
Right. That's my first time listening. So I seen like the quotes, but I didn't hear it. Yeah.
What's your thoughts, man?
Draymond tripping. This same guy that was cheerleading and lobbying for LeBron to come over there. Boy Bron, he was going to take the pay cut and all that stuff. Your boy Bron didn't come over there to Golden State. They didn't do anything for the team. And you now sound like the bitter person that's jealous and all. Like, bro, you are LeBron James' number one cheerleader. Nothing he does is wrong. Like, you damn near cheerlead more for him than you do for your own team. You feel me? Like, and so now is he over there is too much talent. VJ may be mad and all of that. Nah, I think they'll be fine. A lot of guys on that team don't have anything to prove on the individual side anymore. That's what Draymond Green not saying either. So guys like LeBron, there's really no reason for LeBron to show off this year. I think LeBron need to go on his farewell tour and help the 76ers win a championship. That's literally his job, to go to another place where another team is saying, we appreciate you, Bron, and what you did. I don't think Bron's going to try to outdo VJ. I think it's going to help VJ. Them guys ain't going to be there for a long time, especially LeBron. He's not going to be on his team for a long time. You still got Embiid that's on towards the later part of his career. Like, VJ's going to learn something. I can't believe Draymond saying this, knowing Draymond and what he allegedly sacrificed, for his career, changing his game up and all that stuff to try to start some animosity and that type of things with VJ, instead of like saying maybe he should just understand and learn and that type of stuff. This is ugly look from Draymond, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Sometimes the stuff they say get on my nerves, and it's like,
bro,
this ain't you.
This is why.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is why you hear people say, y'all, these players don't need no damn podcast, bro. You should be saying some stuff. Listen, the thing is, like, I wish you put this same effort into your own team. Why don't you have these same concerns? Go to your front office and have these same concerns with them. Get a better team around Steph and all that type of stuff, right? You more concerned with other players' team. Why are you worried about the Philadelphia 76ers? You're not on that team. You got to play against this team. Like that.
Why? I know. This is ring culture as well. This is the bad part of ring culture. Draymond Green got 4 rings, so he know everything. Right. Hey, what you say Draymond Green fan? Hey, some of y'all shouldn't have got certain positions or whatever. So yeah, you feel me? Like, should never gave you Negroes money. You feel me?
Yeah, never give you money, right? So yeah, it's one of them cases, bro. Like, yeah, man. Because sometimes I never really listened. I've never really sat and just listened to a whole Draymond podcast before. Normally, we hear these quotes, it's these quotes, right? We see these clips and stuff that go viral and all that type of stuff. It's just like, bro, just from the clips, right? Like, bro, you might just need to focus on something else, man. That's not a good look. Like you said, you sound like a bitter ex-girlfriend or something like that. Somebody who got rejected or whatever. And well, he ain't all that anyway. It's like, bro, really?
That's crazy.
You hate,
Like, he
like,
literally
who we
looked like he was
doing?
hating. It's like Draymond,
So,
for you, like that. It don't fit. It don't fit with Draymond is that guy, supposedly. So why would you be hating? Then he like, it's a bunch of talent. It may not fit. Like, he really sounded like he was like a bitter ex, bro. Like he was saying, he was yelling, it's a bunch of talent. Then he's switching up what he's saying. Oh, I don't even think it's that much talent and all that stuff. Actually, I'm like,
you got a lot of talent.
Yeah, actually, I don't even think it's that much talent.
Hey, they gotta get everything together, but they'll be fine.
Yeah, he got to sacrifice. He was a great rookie. He gonna be the fifth now, but they don't got that much talent. Then why he sacrificing and being fifth? If that's what you were saying. Yeah.
Okay. My wife was sitting there. It's funny. My wife was sitting there talking to me earlier about that. She's like, "Wow, it's like everybody got a podcast." I was talking about somebody earlier, and I was like, "Yeah, they got a podcast now." And she's like, "Oh, wait, they got a podcast? Like everybody got a podcast now?" So yeah. And some of you folks just be saying stuff, bro. It's like, yeah, everybody need no damn podcast. But
Draymond started on this team?
No.
Okay, then they got talent. I mean, there we go. Come on, bro. Draymond not starting on this team. Whose spot he taking?
Hey, why you trying to put a wedge between the young fella, man, and the team, bro? BJ don't move like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
BJ
know.
is definitely a team guy, bro.
Yeah, and then he talking about he gonna have to play defense and all. I'm like, bro, I mean, he still got Jaylen Brown beside him and all. Like, so defense is different. When you got to play defense by yourself, like literally by yourself, there's nobody else that can play defense. Defense is harder, right? Yep. When you got guys beside you that can play defense, right? Defense becomes easier. You feel me? Like you don't have to give all your energy on defense because you just got to hold your position for a second. Because if I got to move over, switch. Whatever, bro. But you like the players that play the game. Draymond Green got 4 rings, so now he could talk about Scottie. I mean, he could talk about Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley. He could talk about Jalen Brunson. Remember, he had to apologize for that, touching Jalen Brunson. And he like Jalen Brunson, like, what are you doing, bro? All that stuff. But just get my podcast, bro.
That's what they say. But yeah, your boy gonna have to pause, King. He gonna definitely have to pause, man. All right, we can turn the page now, King. Let's go ahead and get to these questions, these comments, man. But before we do, let's show some love to the merch. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in the merch of the channel, like the shirt I have on here, the NBA on NBC themed cap and crown shirt, simply scroll down to the description box below. Click on that link to the site, y'all. We have all of our merch there on the site. Members, you already know, you get that permanent discount. No matter how many times you go on the site, you can use it as many times as you want. That's a permanent discount. Just our way of showing thanks to y'all for showing love to the channel in that special way. All right. So with all that being said, go ahead, scroll on down to the description box and check out the merch. All right, King, let's go ahead and get to these questions, these comments, man.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now, in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
All right, bro. AJ says, hey, what up, AJ? Appreciate you.
What up?
What's that? Mollet or Mola? I'm sorry, whatever. I apologize. I said, how are you with the Cam Newton dabbing emoji? What up?
What up?
Let's see. I'm sorry, I read these damn comments. I love y'all. Daniel said, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Definitely check out Daniel Berry if you haven't already subscribed to his channel for all the YouTube highlights for sports and other things as well. He does a video game and that type of stuff too. David says Kobe and Shaq won 3 rings in a row. That's still amazing. Yeah, last 3-peat.
Yeah, last 3-peat.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
BA. He says, preach, bro. You don't need to be friends to pod up, bro. Can't stand me. Oh, man.
Shout out to BA. Shout out to BA.
Shout out to Big J, too. Where you at, Big J? I'm surprised he ain't in the house.
Yeah, surprised he ain't. Oh, he probably. Well, no, he can go tonight. I'm gonna say probably go see Spider-Man, but not tonight.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? To Melka or whatever in the comments and all. That's something to talk to us individually about. Like, hit us up socially and stuff like that with our socials. We might be able to assist you, but not on here. Melissa, she's a Glow Yard member. She said, good evening on this wonderful Wednesday. What up, Melissa?
Wednesday.
Shout out to our guy, Big Mike, over here on Switch for Real Basketball. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to him as well. He says, fellas.
Yes, sir. What up, Mike? What up, man?
Manga says, yeah, he not the rim protector, not rebounder. Collins is.
Yeah.
Or during is what he means. Yeah. Yeah, not as far as that, but Manga said Toby averaged 20 in the playoffs as a second option. Collins can't do that. Yeah, not as far as I won't compare him to Toby. Yeah. I'm saying as far as what Duran was doing last year and all.
I guess he said that when I said so. I was saying that he can add a different dimension to what Toby did.
Yeah. It's a different dimension. Even if you don't average the same, Mangus, like it does different for Cade Cunningham for what he's allowed to do. The type of way
you gotta think about it too, Mingus. Like now they got other weapons on the team now that can you can spread that average out of Toby amongst other players. But now they got more players that can go out there and score the ball now.
Yeah.
So,
but that rim protection, like rim running, and guy that can like throw a lob up and say go get it. That's a different beast when you got that beside a guy like Cade Cunningham and all that stuff. And like you said, John Collins can step up and get the 3 too. Not only a pick and roll option, he a pick and pop option. He gonna do both. Like I said, baby Blake Griffin.
Well, I say damn near 71%.
40% from 3, right? He shot 40% from 3 and you said like 55 from the field.
Like 55.2, 40.7 or something like that from 3.
Shout out to Tyler. He said I was hoping Pistons signed Duran for a 1-year incentive, I guess, driven contract. Yeah, it might end up being something like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say don't lose hope, Tyler. They might be doing that, man.
I'm thinking
I don't know what the cutoff time is, but
whenever, right?
If they don't get, because when I hear his name attached to nobody else right now, so if he don't, I think it's a cutoff date. That's why he would be J not on right now because he would have told us. But if he don't sign some type of contract by then he'll do that 1 year, like you said, that contract you talking about, Tyler.
Yeah, because I think he So like I said, it's even come down to 1 or 2 things, bro. He either gonna play for the Pistons for the low, right? Or he gonna just say F the Pistons and go play somewhere else for the low. You feel like the low and say, I don't even care. I just want to go prove myself to see if I'm better than the Pistons and all that. So 1 of the 2. And I mean, the Pistons probably got the upper hand right now, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's why they're not sweating.
Yeah, not at all. Tyler said it's a death sentence if you give during the max contract facts. But you also don't want to give him a contract with years, though, and him not being motivated, though. You don't want to do that's why this is so difficult, bro. It's like,
yeah, he want that 5 year, he want that 5th year. That's what's really holding all the teams up. That 5th year, like he's stuck on that 5th year, bro. So
he said the spacing is effed up with Duran and Thompson. Well, what's the name help with that? Collins. I'm gonna help you out with that one. Like I said, Collins shooting 40% from 3.
But Thompson do got to come in with something too. We can't just put it all on Duran. He got to add something too, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
He do. You
can't go off your athleticism no more, bro. You got to add something.
Does he got to be in
the playoffs?
Does he need to become the number 2 option? What's his jump for you then?
Well, no.
What's Thompson?
Like he's not his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like he has potential to be like his brother, but he's not his brother.
So 3.
I mean, so he just need to be a Sean Marion. I've been saying that for the longest. Like Sean Marion was not a guy who was just like, okay, give him the ball and run plays for him. He just did a lot of things off the dribble or whatever, right? Or in space or with backdoor cuts and all that type of stuff. So that's kind of player he is.
But Sean Marion was always a top 3 though. Well, until he was, you feel me, like won a championship and all that in his prime.
But you gotta remember how he was used though. It's a difference.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
The time that he actually put him on a team, remember when he played for was it Miami or the Raptors? One of them.
Yeah,
he went over there to be the guy, and we saw what happened. Right, it didn't work well for him because he's better playing off of somebody else and moving without the ball or whatever. That's kind of player that Thompson is. The only difference is Thompson plays at a time where you have to be able to space the floor. Because when you saw what happened in the playoffs for him, right? People were playing off of him, and it made it harder for Jalen Duren to do what he needed to do, and Cade to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like Thompson actually more of a better ball handler than Sean Murray.
No, he is.
Like with the ball in his hand and all that stuff.
Sean didn't do all that extra stuff like
finished.
that, bro.
He'll play finisher.
He's a finisher.
He's a finisher instead of an initiator. Yes. I feel like Thompson may be more of an initiator than he finishes, but they got a weird. The Thompson brother is so weird. Somebody got to figure out how to actually like completely use them because they special, but they got to be like it's a niche or something you got to find.
Bro, and a lot of that's got to be on them, King. They got to have to you got to understand. Especially like I said, you should have saw how they was playing you in the playoffs. That right there should be a sign to say like, man, let me go in the. I got to work on something,
just
bro.
Hit my jump shot. Yeah, you should be shooting.
Matter of fact,
why are you even?
Who we just talked about the other day? Exactly what we just talked about the other day. What was Bruce Bowen known for?
Shooting the corner three.
Can you do that?
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you?
You know what I'm saying?
What is he not to be like? You don't need to better your game, right? Because you do need to better everything in your game. But hell, if you had the same game you had last year and you just increased it and put a jump shot included, you'd be a damn good player. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing the other stuff for? The jump shot is what you need to work on right now.
Yeah.
Tyler said
you got the defensive instincts, all that stuff. So yeah.
He said I would argue Pacers would be better than Pistons.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not mad at you. I expect to be a playoff team again and all that stuff, but
that's what I was saying, Tyler. That might be one of them teams, bro. I might have to keep an eye on. I know we're gonna do our like towards the season. We're gonna do our list of teams that we kind of keep an eye on. Or so
Halliburton does make everybody better and all, like you saying. But I just maybe without Jalen Duren. But I can't. If the Pistons are worse than the Pacers, Pistons. That's gonna be a bad year. Somebody gonna have to.
Now we say worse. We're not talking about them being like a 7 and 8 seed, maybe like a 4 and a 5 or something like that.
I don't like I said, the Pistons to me should be a top 3 seed.
And that's
I'm not giving them nothing less than that. So I'm saying like the Pistons are like a 6 seed or something like that, and the Pacers end up the 4th seed. I'm like,
that's what I mean. Like, I don't want nobody to think we saying like, oh, you saying they're gonna be worse, like they're gonna be in the play-in or something. Like, no. We're talking about like if Indiana like you said, a 4 seed, and they like and the Pistons like a 5th seed or a 6th seed.
Yeah. If they're like 3-4 together and it's like about one game or something like that, you feel me? That's the same thing. But like I'm talking about the Pistons being better than Detroit. We like, we saying if they competed with each other in the playoffs,
like 7 games out way
predicting the Pacers to beat the Pistons, like with no hesitation. If I'm doing that at the end of the season, something wrong with the Pistons.
Like they got like a 3.5 game lead or something like that on them.
Yeah. Tyler says very streaky shooter, but solid athlete. Who's that?
Probably talking about Collins.
Collins. I mean, he wasn't a streaky shooter last year though, Tyler. So he shot 40% last year.
From 3.
Yeah. Tyler said, I heard they may get Ben Simmons too. Yeah. That's why, man. You think?
Hold on. Who
I don't know. Ben, Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Ben would do that and come back and all that stuff. But I heard Ben trying to come back to Philly if Philly allow him.
Yeah, let's see about that one.
Shit, I would. Ben Simmons for the low. Like he about to say, let me say, look at what Tyler about to say right. Ben could play center when Embiid needs a break. That could be wild. Yep. They both go out, like just trying to fix their creative process. By the end of their career, they just getting everybody else to get them to win a championship. That'd be amazing. I'm with you, Tyler.
I hear what y'all saying, but y'all know how Philly work. I don't see them bringing them back.
Yeah, so I know how Philly work, but here's my thing. If Ben Simmons go back to Philadelphia, something he got to be willing to do something because you see how Ben left Philadelphia and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like if he goes back to Philly, he already know how they're going to treat him and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
the microscope is on him in Philadelphia. If he goes back to Philly, ain't no. You feel me? You're gonna be lollygagging around and all.
Just here chilling. Like you gotta make it up to do.
Yeah, they want to win a championship this year, so he could fix everything though in 1 year again. If they go and win a chip and Ben Simmons part of the team, it's like Dwight Howard in LA.
Oh yeah, LA. Yeah,
it fixes everything just like that, bro. And it's gonna be even better than Dwight in LA because Dwight in LA want championships.
You don't remember 2012, huh? Nope.
But Ben Simmons, if you go back and help him win, though, especially backing up Joel Embiid, oh man, they would love that. Philadelphia forget everything. He said, "Need backup bigs."
Yeah, backup bigs. Yeah.
Shout out to Mac. Said, "Love what you guys are doing. Appreciate you, Mac, man."
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Jorge said, "Kawhi deal is on hold." Yeah, that's what we saying, Jorge. That's
like that's what I was saying. Like, what's that mean for the season? If they talking about the investigation not going to be up until 27, you know what I mean? So it's like, so what are they supposed to do? What is Brendan Ingram supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So,
this about to be a nasty season, bro. They really, if this trade does not happen right now, I think you basically screw both of them teams for the season. Like they're done.
Yeah.
The season is over already. I think for both teams.
Which is why you heard those people saying they got to get this squared away so they can know what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not just the Clippers, you're also affecting the Raptors.
The Raptors.
Too, so.
Everything else will be in like overachievement. Even if they had a decent year and all that stuff.
What's that? 3-team trade?
Was it? I thought it was just 2. It was 3 ended up being 3 and then.
I can't remember. Maybe somebody trying to grow or remind us, but I could be wrong. I'm thinking of something else, but yeah.
Jorge said Ja's confused on who he is. He thinks he's hood. He did, man. Ja was on. We had a whole episode last year where on Ja Morant. I remember folks was telling us, man, never mind. I want to go back. But we need a super cuts episode, bro. Just an episode we sit here and just do super cuts of our shows and all that stuff when people was going off. I swear we do, man. It takes time to do that. I wish we had like a real editor. You feel me? To be like that could set that up for us. Jeez. Jorge said the most overrated player ever, Draymond. He thinks his role is bigger than what it is. Draymond, my guy, Jorge. I ain't gonna go that far on him and all that stuff as far as playing, but yeah, he tripping right now. He tripping. He do got a huge role though.
I see what you're trying to say though, Jorge. Yeah. Like he steps outside his lane or whatever, right? And it's like, bro, like we talked about the whole like Charles Barkley thing and all that stuff, bro. Like, yeah, you gotta calm down, bro. He one of them guys you kind of wish like, damn, why he had 4 rings?
But part of the reason Steph Curry usually seen as the second best point guard of all time is because of Draymond sacrifice. So you feel me? Like I understand it on both sides. It is what it is, bro.
No, I looked at the comment.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say it is what it is. Let's see.
Wow.
Melissa says Draymond acting like a bitter ex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I said, yeah. I see the comment. Chauncey Billings said Jordan 96 Bulls versus Kobe and Shaq. 2000 Lakers 96
2001
if you went 2001 then we have a conversation 2000 against 96. I still would pick 96 Bulls even against 2001. I don't know, bro. I told you I keep going back. But that 2001 team on the low, I be like going back and forth. I feel punking out in a way because I don't be wanting to call them the greatest. That really might be my favorite, like the greatest team of all time to me, bro. I really
I ain't gonna lie to
that's
you.
The greatest team of all time.
I know I'm a Mad fan and all that stuff, but like this kind of like we always say, stepping back and kind of looking at things in a broader perspective, bro. Mm-hmm. Like that Laker team was special, man.
That 01 Laker, bro, was
that Laker team was special. That little run they went on with 3 years or whatever, bro. Like that was.
Remember, you know
special.
What makes it even more special for me is not knowing that Kobe was that great. So you feel me? It's like hindsight now that we know that Kobe is now. Yeah. Back then, I didn't know Kobe was at that level that Kobe was at. So to know that Kobe was still that with Shaq being what we know Shaq was, bro. That 2001 Laker team, bro. Like I tell people all the time.
How did he get to this point? Oh, it started here.
Yeah, it started with this guy. We thought that was like, imagine you had this guy in front of you. And you was that special guy. And this guy is arguably considered the greatest peak of all time. Like, this is crazy.
Shout out to Eddie Jones, man.
Yeah, man. Like this, like that 2001 Lakers team. That might be the greatest team. That's one of my picks. Between them, like I said, it's 96. Them, the Bulls, 96, and the
86 Boston Celtics.
No, not Boston for me. It's the Golden State Warriors. My three picks.
Okay.
If I had to pick my three guys, my top 3 to go to the finalists.
What about top 5 though?
01, was it 96 and what's that?
16. 17. Sorry.
Or 17, whatever the two. Any of them, Kevin Durant Warriors, one of them 2 years, whatever
17,
one you want to choose. Probably the first year.
16 the one he won 73 and he lost.
Yeah. So that's my 3 favorite teams of all time. Like I know people say the 86, Celtics and all that. That's fine. That's cute and all that. But I was born in 86. So I ain't see that.
83, what you call?
But
76ers.
76ers, yep. 454. Yep, but I wasn't alive for all that. You feel me? So I don't know that. So my top 3, like I said, 96, 01, and 2017 or whatever like that. Like I think they the 3 greatest teams I've ever seen.
And the 2025 OKC Thunder.
What about the 2024 Boston Celtics?
Oh man, no. I just want to see your reaction. That's all.
2024 Boston Celtics. They not.
Man, I'm trying to act all composed and stuff, man.
I'm just saying the 2024 Boston Celtics not there.
So yeah, BA had this question here. You were saying.
He said, "Hold on, no, don't skip this one first before you get there."
Oh.
He said, "Heard Markelle Fultz going back to Philly too. F out of here." He said, 0-1 Lakers is the best team ever, the most dominant player ever with the best perimeter player. If fouls count, then it's over." Yeah, bro. That's how BA. You already know BA. That 0-1 Lakers team, man. Like, bro, they only won 55 games. And people, I think you had to live in the moment to understand that 55 didn't matter. Like, that's what it went through the playoffs, only lost that Allen Iverson whole career. No disrespect, Allen Iverson. Like, I love AI. That's real dude.
His
AI,
championship was that one win.
His championship is getting that one win versus that 0-1 Lakers team, bro. In overtime, man. Sean says, Will Chamberlain's the best center ever play. I ain't mad at you. He one of the best. Ain't that argument.
Okay. But yeah, man, listen.
Oops, sorry.
My bad. We definitely appreciate everybody, man, rocking with your boys for another episode. We will be back here on Friday. We got special guests in the building on Friday, man. Shout out to our guy Matei from Slovenia. I know he's gonna be here talking Luka and some Lakers and stuff like that, man. Kind of get his thoughts on some of the moves the Lakers made. We'll talk to him on Friday morning. Y'all can join us for that. Also, if you guys are new, shout out to the folks we just had here on in the new system, new names here in the comment section. Shout out to them.
Bro, that's why literally AI getting you one is why dudes can't get swept. That's the quote right there. I'm dead serious though. That's the quote. That him winning that one game against the Lakers
is the
reason why people can't get swept, bro. Because they always like AI got you one. You feel what I'm saying?
Damn, that's a good point.
If you're a special player, you got to get one.
Yep. Matter of fact, because I never thought about the AI part, but we said this already before that point that BA made. That's a good point. Because if he can do it, then you have no excuse. But the thing was, we always say great players can at least get you one.
Get you one game in the playoffs, bro.
We're talking about. Yeah. So that's a good point. From now on, we had that conversation with folks. We're gonna bring that up. Hey, if AI can get you one,
yeah. Not to say AI bumming him, he's no far from a bum, but AI got you one against that team.
With that team, yes.
Get one.
And they ain't no scrubs. As your boy would say. But yeah, listen. Like I said, we'll be back here on Friday, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit them likes as well. If y'all could do us a favor, man, if you got any questions or comments, man, any of the topics that we brought up, man, y'all can always hit us up in the comment section after the show as well, too. Also, you want to become a member of the channel like Melissa here on the screen, hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button. Join us here on Fridays. We have our Friday morning show dedicated for the members of the show. So you guys can join us here on Friday. Everybody can watch the show, but the members are the ones who can actually comment on Friday mornings, y'all. So follow us here Friday morning for more content. Like I said, we'll have Matei in the building with us on Friday. So yeah, shout out to BA in the comment section. Big J and Cuz on Cuz We Geek. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Cuz over here, man, showing off. He saw Spider-Man tonight, so and he gonna see it again tomorrow. But yeah, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Me and BA the only ones gonna watch it on Friday. So we'll have a spoiler discussion on Friday morning for Spider-Man Brand New Day. X-Men, did you watch X-Men 97?
I'm just waiting for you, remember? You don't want to talk about did you so with my question, do you think now? No. So you don't think it's her? She got to be involved because they've been saying her name too much and all that. Like she been through the Lord of the show.
There are some people in the matter of fact. Hold on, let me see. Was she in season 1? No, because Magneto was with the X-Men the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. There's been a whole bunch of her name, but everybody being connected. I think she gonna be involved on this one.
She got to be, if I had to guess. I mean, now that you mentioned it, I just like I said, she had a side of the mind. I forgot about Mystique. But I'm trying to think because I think the last time we saw her, she was with Apocalypse, I believe. Yep. I could be wrong. if I can remember the old X-Men.
On the first one,
show.
original one, I believe she was too.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that she was a major part of the original.
Yeah.
You feel me? X-Men animated series. So for now to be like, you just see Morph all the time and not her, and you keep talking about it. I'm like, she didn't die, so she got
no. She didn't die. So
yeah. So I think she's somebody. I think she might not be her. She's somebody.
Hey, they already got season 3 finished, and they already working on season 4, so she'll be in the show for sure. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, that kind of conversation, y'all. We had that over there on Cuz We Geek, y'all, every Tuesday evening to Saturday morning. Like I said, if you're into DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all that type of stuff, man, follow us over there on Cuz We Geek, man. We had those conversations over there all the time. Like I said, we're gonna have the Spider-Man brand new day spoiler discussion on Saturday morning, and we're gonna be talking about X-Men 97 episode
7, ain't it?
7. Yep, I got it. 7. So we're gonna have that.
It's 9 episodes. It's 9.
Yeah, I think it's 9 episodes. The last season was 10 because it was a 2-parter for the last 2 episodes. But yeah, we talk about all that over there on Cuz We Geeked. Kings or anything else I'm forgetting.
Share, more share, guys. Also follow myself. That guy BA that we talked about as well. Queen, Travis, and sometimes Devin on We Talk Combat. So we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. Call us the best, brightest, and the blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. Help us reach our goal, y'all. We almost close to 500 subscribers. If you're in combat sports or sports entertainment, just come over there, help us out. Watch along throughout the week. Recap shows on Sundays, usually probably Monday this week because we have SummerSlam this week. And come on over, join the party, and we'll see y'all again over here Friday morning with Matei. Go ahead, bro.
Boy, I thought you had my back, BA. Thought you had my back, man.
Damn.
Thought we was Friday, brothers.
Jeez.
Everybody watching for me.
Everybody
so
for you. Damn.
They gonna have a secret show. But yeah. Oh, this too. He said this.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why we said why BA said this.
Well, yeah, that so here's one. Well, he got swept. That 2000, what was that, 2004? What am I with LeBron?
2007.
Damn. 2007 or whatever with LeBron. I'm not. You had to get one at that point, bro. You was a baby. You feel me? Allen Iverson was an MVP when he won his one. LeBron was 22 or whatever like that when he was in the finals. So that's fine.
Excuse me.
The one where he was supposed to win the one, J.R. Smith. That's why J.R. Smith, that moment, that was the 51 points. I'm serious. I mean, that was the point where LeBron had. That's one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I remember the reaction. Pointing to JR. Jay was like, "What's going on, huh?" Like, bro, how you missed that up, bro? That was crazy.
I remember watching that game, sitting thinking LeBron felt like he was a quarterback. The game, he would literally hold the ball until like it was like 8 seconds left, and would just make a move and go score on whoever he would every time. It was like so perfect, bro. And then,
bro, I remember watching that play. I remember watching that play, and I was confused. Like, wait, what's happening? Like when JR caught it under the rim and then ran back out. I remember like being confused, like what's going on?
Go back up, bro. See if you get a foul, anything.
Plan or something. I'm like, is there a plan you doing here? Like, cause I'm confused. Like, what is happening right now? But yeah, bro, it was crazy, man. That was one of the craziest plays of all time. It might be the craziest play of all time.
Yeah. I don't even think that was weed, bro. I think he might have been drunk on that one. Knowing him,
it might just be IQ in general, but.
That's one of those moments. Go ahead, finish this. You can be that all night. Go ahead, bro. Pause.
But like I said, y'all, follow us here. We'll be back on Friday morning, y'all. You already know. It's Cap and Crown NBA podcast with your boy Relle and King in the building, man. We'll be back here Friday morning, same cap time, same Crown channel.
No cap.
Cap and Crown, man. We know who should be on that list is one of the most underrated moves of the offseason, King. The White Pal.